Retired four-star general and Fox News senior strategic analyst, Jack Keane. General, it seems really risky to be shelling a nuclear power plant. What is the objective here?
Yeah, it's absolutely insanity when it comes down to it, Jesse. I mean, their intent likely is they want to take these nuclear power plants so they can shut the power off in the major cities and the rural areas. There's 15 nuclear power plants in Ukraine at 4 different sites. But to conduct combat operations in and around nuclear power plants with the obvious safety issues that could take place, which would not only hurt and harm the Ukrainian people, but it would hurt and harm the Russians. It doesn't make any sense. Certainly shutting the power down is something we expected to take place in these cities a number of days ago, and using cyber warfare to do that, which would obviously be a lot cleaner than conducting combat operations in and around nuclear power plants. Insanity. Maybe
they're those guys in high school, they just act so crazy, you don't even want to come near them. You know what I mean? That's how crazy they're acting. Tell me about the Russian strategy. It's stalled in the north. You know, they're making progress in the south. They're creating that land bridge. But to me, it doesn't seem like they have as many soldiers as they need. Are they going to start throwing reinforcements at this thing soon?
Yeah, absolutely. It's already happening. The campaign in the south is largely succeeding, finally. It took a while to get going properly, but they're going to control and cut off the Ukrainians from the Black Sea and the Sea of Azov. They'll own all the ports. They'll have a land bridge, certainly all the way to Crimea from eastern Ukraine. That is one of their major objectives. Those troops there are from the Southern Military District. They're better trained than the troops from the north, and they've been operating together for a number of years as regiments and as divisions. Their bases aren't that far away. So that operation, I think, will succeed and meet their objectives. The operation in the north is failing. The troops that they brought in, that they're using in the northern sector, are a hodgepodge of units that went all the way to Siberia. They don't train together. They don't operate in large units together. And we're seeing the results of some of that. Also, the Ukrainian resistance are obviously crucial here in stalling what has taken place. 2 encirclements around Kiev have failed. They opened up a 3rd one today. They stalled that one and shut it down. There's been 2 encirclements around Kharkiv. That has succeeded. But the troops have not entered the city yet, and they're pummeling it, obviously, with area attack weapons, tube artillery, rocket artillery, and bombs. They've begun to call up reinforcements. You put your finger on exactly what they need. They are calling up reinforcements, listen to this, Jesse, from as far away as the Far East on the Pacific coast of Russia.
How long does that take?
It takes almost a week by train, according to the people that know more about this than I do. But it gives you a sense. Now, the other thing to watch for here, Jesse, they've only brought up a limited amount of reserves, and they are in Belarus, or some of them may have moved in. We initially thought that would probably be used as an occupation force. But Putin, we got to understand, Putin will pull out all the stops. I mean, all the stops to take this down. He is not going to tolerate the Ukrainians preventing him from occupying these major cities. He will use whatever resources he has to accomplish that. So look for and see if there's going to be a much larger reserve call-up or even a general mobilization.
Wow.
We don't have any evidence of yet. But given the situation in the north and the fact that they're still failing there, despite the increase in forces they've committed to it, tells me that they've got to do something else here. It's not going to work unless they put more forces into this thing.
Unbelievable. They might call up the entire country, full mobilization. Probably the last time that happened was when? World War II? That is nuts.
Yeah.
Thank you
very much. We
don't
have any evidence of that, but look, it's got to be an option that he's considering, Jesse, because of the failure that they're experiencing.
Absolutely. With the way things are going right now, he's running out of time. Thank you so much, General Jack Keane.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.